Hi, and welcome back to Exemplary Marketing's YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the top iOS app development trends that are going to be ruling in 2020. Technology has always brought something new with time. And with these ever-changing technologies, you need to stay updated in order to get all of the benefits from what's new. Also, when we talk about technology, one of the very first things that probably comes to our minds is mobile phones and mobile applications. We're also well aware of the name and fame of iOS devices. Now, it's time to look at the top iOS app development trends in 2020. We should take a deep dive into iOS mobile app development specifically because iOS has become one of the leading development platforms in the market in recent years. iOS is also supposed to be safer than any other operating system. Statistics show the cumulative Apple App Store earnings of mobile app developers as of January 2020, and as of the last reported period, Apple had paid a total of $155 billion to iOS app developers. A year ago, this figure amounted to $120 billion. According to the internet, with an 18% market share and a combined share of 99.6% with Android, Apple's iOS is one of the most happening operating systems in the world. Well, after going through the various stats and facts, it's time to jump into different trends to watch for iOS app development in 2020. First up, improved app security. Security features are one of the most helpful and important trends of iOS mobile app development. You might all be aware of Apple's security algorithms. Indeed, the company is famous for its hardcore security layers and highly secure policies, which help to stop hacks into Apple devices. Forbes published an article titled iPhone Hack, Google Warns 1 billion Apple users that they may have been attacked on 30th of August 2019. And this was just before the launch of iPhone 11 and almost every iOS device was found vulnerable. The vulnerability was fixed in the latest iOS updates. According to one statement by Phil Schiller, the Senior Vice President of Worldwide Marketing at Apple Inc., Apple is helping to protect our children from technologies that could be used to violate their privacy and security. Let's talk about password autofill, for example. Did you know that Apple has deployed AS Web authentication sessions which help coordinate cookies and website data for signing in? With this, the device is able to use the authentication services frameworks in order to incorporate password manager apps. This sheds some light on potential security loopholes. And to help close them, Apple has initiated an enterprise-wide culture that caters to the user's need to create a safe environment. So their aim is to help improve overall security as well as prevent cyber attacks and data breaches. Cloud-integrated iOS apps. Cloud technology has brought a revolution to the tech space as well as many opportunities. With the help of cloud technology, organizations can store vast amounts of data in the cloud without any fear of using too much data space. Because of this, most iOS apps are now built on cloud technology, as this is one of the most trustworthy platforms where you can store data. You can also access it from anywhere with full security quickly and easily. You've probably heard about iCloud services. This allows iOS device users to store their content without worrying about space. Content stored in iCloud includes stuff like images, files, notes, and much more. iCloud can be accessed on any device with your login ID and password. A significant advantage of having cloud-based apps is that they don't need any physical space in your system, as you can run your data directly on the cloud. The cloud helps enhance and extend the internal memory of your smart devices. This major feature of cloud-based apps helps increase productivity and collaboration with mobile apps. This trend is going to revolutionize app development in the coming years. Enterprise development. Enterprise development is one of the most essential and primary parts of many businesses, and this is exactly why most of the developers prefer to build enterprise software through iOS. Enterprise development should be done in a customized way so that the user can get all of the benefits. It provides the best user experience, improved security, and high productivity. And this is why most iOS developers trust iOS because it's useful in scalable enterprise development. Swift 5 programming language. The Swift 5 programming language has become quite trendy. Apple has released it with a stable application binary interface (ABI) and binary compatibility. According to Reddit, of the top 110 apps on the App Store, 42% are using Swift, and if you ignore games, then 57% of the apps are using Swift. Swift 5 is source compatible with Swift 4, 4.1, and 4.2, as well as with Xcode 10.2. In addition to ABI, it has raw strings, future enum cases, a result type, checking for integer multiples, and a lot more. Now iOS app development companies are focusing on using Swift to the best of its abilities for optimal business impact. Swift libraries will be incorporated into every future macOS, iOS, wearable OS, and tvOS device. One of the significant advantages of this software is that it is highly compatible with Linux, so it's going to be easy for developers to increase their knowledge base for Swift 5 when they're designing apps. IoT-focused apps. There's no doubt that the Internet of Things has become part of day-to-day life, so there's no need to introduce it. This technology is becoming more well-known by the day among developers worldwide. The Internet of Things is a source of communication between you and your smart device, and this is why it's creating a revolution. Today, developers are more focused on building iOS apps that, for example, can connect to internet-enabled devices. So we could say that IoT has helped developers to create exceptional offerings for users by embedding better connection facilities into their apps. There's no doubt that IoT is going to revolutionize the technical world, and this is why iOS developers should use this technology as their main tool. It's definitely beneficial and it makes things easier for end users. Let's look at an example. Pharmaceutical companies use IoT devices to help develop temperature monitoring apps. These apps can detect whether temperatures for certain processes, as desired for the same, do not exceed the allowed limits. So there are many fields where IoT is leaving its impact with great positivity. With the current information on the internet and on the basis of this information, you can now see that the above-mentioned iOS app development trends are going to be ruling in 2020. So you should definitely not forget these trends while you're working on your iOS apps this year.